China's president Xi Jinping announced that he will be meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow next week. Xi will be in Russia on Monday through Wednesday, and the meeting comes as Beijing says it is trying to broker a peace deal over Russia's war in Ukraine, and as the U.S. continues to warn China about providing weapons and other support to Moscow for its war efforts. So while China tries to paint itself as a peace broker, two countries are now taking a major step to help Ukraine push Russia out of its country. Just about an hour ago, Slovakia announced that it will send its fleet of MiG-29 fighter jets to Ukraine.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting decision, though, with those old planes. It follows a surprise choice from Poland on Thursday, announcing the delivery of those 4 MiGs in just days. Our Joe Khalil is on Capitol Hill to explain how this could start a new wave of support from NATO's allies. Joe.
And that's certainly the hope, Adrienne, from these two. But a major announcement today and a commitment, you mentioned it, first from Poland and then just this morning, Slovakia confirming that both nations, both NATO allies, have made commitments now and approved plans to send fighter jets into Ukraine. Now, this is certainly going to be seen as an escalation from the view of the Kremlin from Russia, but it's also a fulfillment of a long-standing request from the Ukrainians for basically since the beginning of this conflict. We've heard from President Zelensky and from military officials in Ukraine that they have wanted fighter jets from their NATO allies. They are now going to get them. And we're talking about these MiG fighter jets. These are Soviet-era aircraft here. Prime Minister of Slovakia, Edward Hegar, is committed to providing about a dozen of them. And Polish President Andrzej Duda says at first they're going to send 4, with plans later on to send more. Now, President Duda suggested Poland was not going to make this move unless other NATO allies were doing so at the same time. So in many ways, it wasn't a major shock when we found out this morning that Poland and Slovakia were working in tandem together to provide these aircraft. From the White House, though, from the American perspective here, John Kirby, the National Security Council, made clear this does not change the American position, which is that the U.S. at this point is not going to be sending American F-16 fighter jets, again, at least for now. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre acknowledged the aircraft transfer at her briefing shortly after Poland made their announcement, but she didn't say a whole lot about it beyond that.
We were informed by their decision by Poland to provide the jets to Ukraine. So we continue to closely coordinate with our allies and partners, including Poland, as we provide assistance to Ukraine.
So would like to hear a little bit more from the White House on this. But look, Poland taking the lead on this, maybe not a surprise. Poland has been one of the staunchest allies of Ukraine since the beginning of this conflict, along with the United States, not just providing military aid, but also taking in Ukrainian refugees that now number in the millions. So that is a significant commitment from Poland as well. And again, the president, they're hoping that with his commitment of fighter jets, other NATO allies, along with Slovakia and beyond Slovakia, will follow suit.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.